From the ancient Silk Road to the bustling digital marketplaces of today, trade has always shaped the world. But in 2025, it's not just about goods crossing borders. It's about data, power, politics, and the environment. So, what does the future of trade really look like? Buckle up, because we're about to unpack the trends that are redefining global commerce. Global trade has entered a new phase. After decades of globalization, we're now seeing a shift, not toward isolation, but toward regionalization. Supply chains are getting shorter, more resilient, and more local. The US-China trade war, that was just the start. The pandemic exposed just how fragile our interwoven economies were. Now, countries and companies alike are asking, should we prioritize cost or control? Enter the rise of friendshoring, the practice of moving supply chains to allies and politically stable regions. It's no longer just about cheap labor, it's about trust. Trade isn't just containers and cargo ships anymore, it's semiconductors, rare earths, intellectual property, and algorithms. The US and China are battling over chips. Europe is scrambling to catch up in AI regulation. Meanwhile, India and Southeast Asia are becoming the next tech manufacturing hubs. Digital trade, the flow of data, software, cloud services, is now a trillion-dollar battlefield. Trade agreements are also evolving. We're not just talking about tariffs. We're talking about digital rights, cybersecurity, and even AI ethics. Welcome to the era of techno-economic alliances. Consumers are more conscious than ever. Sustainability, labor rights, and ethical sourcing now influence how and where people spend money. That's turning trade into a values-based game. Companies are being pushed to measure their carbon footprints. The EU's carbon border adjustment mechanism is already taxing imports based on emissions. In short, if your product hurts the planet, your bottom line will feel it. The pressure is on, and the world is watching. Who's winning this new trade game? Vietnam, Mexico, and India are thriving as China plus one strategies diversify manufacturing bases. Africa is rising with the African Continental Free Trade Area, a potential game changer for intracontinental commerce. Tech-rich nations like South Korea and Taiwan are becoming power players in geopolitics through chips and innovation. But there are losers too. Small economies reliant on outdated exports and countries caught in the crossfire of superpower competition. So, what should you keep an eye on? AI and automation replacing low-cost labor in traditional manufacturing. Blockchain-based trade documentation making shipping faster, safer, and more transparent. Green trade zones emerging as governments align commerce with climate goals. The next decade of trade won't just be about borders, it'll be about bandwidth, brainpower, and beliefs. Trade is evolving fast. It's becoming smarter, cleaner, and more political than ever. Whether you're an entrepreneur, policymaker, or just a curious global citizen, one thing is certain: the rules are changing, the players are shifting, and the world, quite literally, is being reshaped one trade deal at a time.